Forces and Newton's laws.
What is force? A force is a push or a pull. The three types of forces we will be explaining are net, unbalanced, and balanced forces.
A net force is the result of all the forces acting on an object.
An unbalanced force occurs when two or more forces of different strengths are acting on an object. So when this happens, the net force does not equal to zero.
For example, there are two people pushing on a box from opposite directions. However, if one person is applying more force than the other, an unbalanced force occurs.
A balanced force occurs when two or more forces of equal strength act on an object in opposite directions. The net force is always equal to zero.
For example, if a person is sitting on a chair, there is a balanced force. Gravity is pulling you down, but the chair is keeping you up with equal force.
What are Newton's three laws? Newton's three laws are named after Sir Isaac Newton. He discovered gravitational force and established the three universal laws of motion.
Newton's first law, known as the law of inertia.
The law of inertia, the tendency of an object to resist changes in their state of motion.
An object at rest will stay at rest unless an unbalanced force acts upon it. An example of this would be a book sitting on a desk. The book will stay at rest unless you move it.
In other words, an object in motion will stay in motion unless an unbalanced force acts upon it.
An example of this would be a soccer ball. The ball will stay in motion once it is kicked unless you stop it.
Inertia depends on mass. All objects have inertia. The more mass an object has, the more inertia it has. So the more inertia, the harder it is to change its motion.
Newton's second law.
Newton's second law, the acceleration of an object depends on mass and force applied.
In other words, force is equal to the mass multiplied by acceleration.
The more mass an object has, the more force it requires to cause it to move or accelerate faster. For example, think of a truck and a car. A truck would need more force to start due to its mass compared to a car.
Newton's third law.
Newton's third law. Every action has an equal but opposite reaction.
In other words, this means that an action has an opposite reaction that is the same amount of force.
An example of this would be a rocket. The rocket launches due to exhaust gas. The rocket pushes on the gas, and the gas pushes on the rocket, creating equal but opposite reaction.
Thanks for watching.